got a great program planned for the season. Kind of similar to former programs. We'll do a bit of the gallery. We'll talk about level up. We've got a nice demo. Then if we have some more gallery, we'll do that. And then I still would like to bring up a discussion on the difference between the three types of spindle gouges. So with that, let's go ahead and get into some gallery here. Andy, you're going to be up first.
Oh, well, as long as I ain't following Howard King, I'm happy.
Spotlight. I don't even think Howard came on yet.
I don't blame
Not
you,
yet.
Andy.
Well, that's good, as long as I don't have to follow him.
No, I haven't
Anyway,
seen Howard yet.
this is that ice cream scoops that I've been turning.
Oh, there you go.
They
Darn
look
it.
nice.
Sorry, darn it. It's a woodcraft thing. This is one of four this is the only one I have left, and this is the one I made for my daughter because she's
Nice.
been nagging about ice cream scoops.
Love that blank.
Yeah, I
Yeah, that's
like that.
very pretty.
And
Yeah, it's real pretty.
me and
Is that
son
Inlay
was out, so he had to
Sacralester?
stop at Rockler, and he seen ice cream scoops there, and he mentioned it. I said, "Okay, we'll surprise daughter, and we'll make her one."
Mm-hmm.
So I had this pink one, and I had that blue one, sapphire. I turned acrylic.
Yeah.
Took pictures of them. Then she was talking Saturday. She goes, I told Trevor, keep it under his hat. Saturday, she mentioned ice cream scoops. I go, what ice cream scoops? I thought Trevor threw me under the bus. She goes, no, I didn't say anything. She goes, yeah, I like a wooden handle. That's why I had to turn. That's why I sent a picture in with that oak and the maple handles that I made. She picked the oak. I was giving my Sunday was youngest birthday party. So she picked the oak one. And then her friend Missy was there, was like another daughter to me. She picked the blue one.
Yeah.
And Sharon, the other in-laws, she picked the maple one. So the one I made her is the only one I have left.
Well, that worked out. How does that hardware connect on them? Is that just a stud that goes in, or is it a full rod?
This is full thread. This is the woodcraft kit. It's about 1.5 inches of threaded on there.
Good Lord.
It's
Okay.
I went with woodcraft. I know Penn State has them.
They don't have them anymore.
Expensive. The Penn State seems to be like a zinc coated pot metal. And this is I think it's 304 stainless. It weighs
Okay.
a bunch. It's heavy.
Well, that's good.
How much
Not
are
going to
those?
bend.
Andy, can I ask you a
They're
question?
not cheap. They're about 27, 28 bucks a piece.
That's what I thought,
But
yeah.
And you got that at Rockler?
yeah, no, I bought these at Woodcraft. Rockler has them too, but I prefer Woodcraft over Rockler.
Well,
Yeah.
so do I, but my Woodcraft, they're leaving us. They're closing up shop.
Oh.
I'm
Well-
just the opposite, Andy. I like Rockler better.
Well, I had problems with one Rockler salesman long ago, and that was just it. But somebody said another Woodcraft is closing up because the one in Pittsburgh closed up.
Hmm.
Well, I attributed ours to they were on the main drag, US 19, and they rebuilt US 19 and they ended up on a frontage road. They weren't getting any business. So they got into a small industrial area around the corner from where they were, but it wasn't well traveled. The
Yeah.
street was traveled well, but people didn't realize that they were back in that industrial park.
Yeah, that's one in Canonsburg was off a little bit of a beaten path too, but I think the owner just retired or something, but they did close that one in Pittsburgh down. Now my two closest ones either in Cleveland or down in the bottom half of West Virginia. Cleveland's
Right,
about
Point
2.5
Pleasant.
hour drive, and the other one's about a 3.5 hour drive. So I
Hmm.
do
Got
the mail order.
The one in West Virginia is headquarters, so
Yeah, so I just do the mail order. Yeah, I had
very
two
good.
different woodcraft scoops. This paddle and the hot build one, and Missy, my other daughter, well, she ain't a daughter, but she grew up in my house with Andrea. She picked the Hawk Build one with the sapphire handle, sapphire acrylic.
Yeah.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Cool.
Boy, I don't think anybody in my area pay $75 for a scoop. So,
No. I can't sell them for more than 20.
Yeah.
Well, that's just like
That'll-
at the craft fair when I got told, but they wouldn't pay $50 for a pizza cutter.
Yeah. Not in my area anyhow. But when the acrylic and the paddle, that's $40 right there.
Yeah.
That's it. I
Well,
paid
either way.
$25 at Woodcraft for the pizza cutter and, another $10 for a handle.
Yeah.
I got to get $50 to get something out of my time.
Right.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah. No, it's
Yes.
all about the location, eh?
That's it. Location, location.
Yeah, is it the big pizza cutter or the smaller one?
It's the bigger one.
It's the bigger one. I have a friend that he sells his for $65 and he doesn't have any trouble selling them at all, the big one. So
Yeah, well, it depends on your location too.
That's
What's your
true.
location?
yeah.
If I was up near where the Woodcraft is in Rochester, if I went up to some of their juried shows up there, I could probably sell it up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that means I'd spend 3 hours on the road
No. That's too long.
That's
because
it.
it's an hour
That's
and a
it.
half up and an hour and a half home.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just it. You
All right.
gotta go by what your area would, what your market will bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gave
We
them away.
do.
Mm-hmm. That's like I hear what people get for pens and stuff. I ask what I think I should get for pens, and I have a hell of a time trying to sell them.
Yeah.
One guy went to a craft show a show one time, and Steve Russell, he's out of Texas, and he was there years ago, and he done platters and stuff like that, and he said the only place I can sell platters is on the East Coast of New York or West Coast California. That's where the money's at. You go out in the Midwest, they're all farmers. They don't have that kind of money for that kind of stuff, and he was true. I mean, I stopped making pens. I couldn't make them here and sell them here.
That's it.
Well, what you need is you need a resort. If you're selling any of the higher end items, you need a resort community. So people who are selling, if you're selling in the center part of the state, you're getting flea market prices. If you
Right.
sell in like Traverse City or any of the resort destination communities, you get top dollar. So, it's all about, when I said location, that's the truth. If you've got
and
if you've got people vacationing and have money to buy things, then you can sell things higher end. So
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
It's all depends on your selling skills. I
That
get
helps.
$140 for a pizza cutter.
Wow.
there you go.
Who
And
says
that's
There you go.
$140, but you have to put a story with everything you sell.
Oh,
course.
guaranteed. You probably got
So
to be
what
in
kind of
Princeton,
what kind
too.
of what kind of venues are you selling them at, Don?
Most of mine go overseas, Ireland, England, France.
Really? Okay. Okay.
And pens are always $100.
So, and are you tacking shipping costs on top of that?
No.
Okay. All right. That's good information to
And
know.
that's-
Okay.
Then is that in dollars or Canadian currency?
Canadian.
Okay. Right on.
Still
All
in
right.
all.
Well, that's
Very
good.
cool.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Don.
Great discussion. All right, let's move on. Let's go to Mr. Dale and see what he's got.
Well, I finally got to finish a couple pieces that I had started before I started with my knee trouble. Here's one
Oh, very nice.
that I pierced, and then I tried to stain it, didn't like the way the stain turned out, so I sanded the stain off and got some blue 2X and sprayed it with that, couple of coats of the blue 2X gloss, and then hit it with a couple coats of the clear 2X.
That's pretty.
Very nice.
Haven't had a chance to take the pennant off yet.
Very
Looks
cool,
great.
Dale.
Very nice, Dale.
Felt good to
And-
be back, didn't it?
Yes, it did. Today I was down there, but it was cleaning because the wife's been complaining that my shop's too dusty and there too much dust is getting upstairs. So today was cleaning. And
I feel for you.
here's a pierced bowl.
Oh,
There
that's
you
nice.
go. There you go.
Nice.
Red gloss 2X with 2 coats of the red gloss 2X and 2 coats of the clear 2X. Still
No
gonna get-
soup for you.
Yeah.
Very
No
nice.
soup, no ice cream.
No, these 2 are just supposed to be art pieces.
Yeah.
Still
Nice
got to
job.
get the tenon off of the bottom of that one and get it taken care of yet.
It looks
Kind of
Was
wood
that-
was it?
I believe it was maple.
So the 2X that you're spraying, is it a metallic red or a metallic blue? Because it looks kind of shiny.
It's a gloss acrylic.
It's
Okay.
like petroleum, Matt.
And I
Yeah,
think
Rust-Oleum, yeah.
and I think it was cherry red, but it said gloss on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
Nice.
on them.
Yeah. And that's what I got this week. These things have been sitting downstairs since the 3rd week in January. It's when they actually got the first coat of color on. I just got done, started finishing the finish on them. Was it Sunday? That's how long they sat.
The pretty pieces.
Yep, glad you think so. Thank you.
Very
That's it
nice.
for now.
All right. Well, we're looking
Very
forward to see what
nice.
you got next week there, Dale.
Yeah, I don't know how much time right now my knee's gonna let me be on my
Gotta
feet.
take it easy.
At least I'm back on my feet again.
Yeah, there you go.
One
All right,
day at a
let's go
time,
see
Dale.
what the-
One day at a time.
Go see what the angry wood turner's got. Hey, Roger.
Hey
You're at
guys.
the office today.
Yeah.
I thought that was his power plant for his lathe.
Well, I don't know how y'all feel about this is not wood, but it is wood turning. I've done a few of these in the past. where I
Oh
take
yeah,
a
we do
bowling-
those.
Yeah.
bowling ball in half.
Yeah,
Usually I get 2 bowling balls out of it.
yeah. Nice.
This
Very
has still got the name on it.
What
Nice.
what kind of fill is inside of those? Is it just wood or what is in there?
Oh, almost every bowling ball got something different inside of it.
Right?
The older ones were like they had a hard stuff inside, about like concrete. Terrible stuff to try to hollow out, and they were a little bit thicker on the outer layer, so you could. So I did one where I could actually put a tenon on the bottom of it and not cut all the way through. But I had to do most of the newer ones. They're a lot thinner. The outer layer is a lot thinner, so I'm able to, turn it completely, round. Then I just make a little wooden stand to set them on.
Cool.
Very cool.
So when you were turning that, how did you hold it?
Well, I put object similar to this in my chuck.
Right. Mhm.
Then I hot glue it.
Okay. Mhm.
Get using hot glue, and then I'll go around the
Right.
edge of it with hot
Right.
glue.
Mhm.
Hold it pretty good.
It's a nice job.
Like I said, they're a pain in the butt. I mean,
Yeah, I'd be afraid of what's in them.
They're messy. They are messy with that white gray stuff that's inside of them. It's like like talcum powder on steroids all over the place.
yeah, the newer ones have got like different kinds of material inside of them with a weighted chunk in there, and it's nasty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doug Rowe out here, he does them quite often up there in Prescott.
Yeah, I've seen a lot
Roger,
of
where
good-
are you? Yeah, what's the
I'm
big
in-
machine behind you?
Oh, it's outdated. We run it's an industrial boiler for a prison. That's all that makes.
He's keeping everybody safe with hot water and heat.
Trying to keep it together with rubber bands and bubble gum,
Good
Right?
Baling wire.
Yeah,
Staples.
exactly.
Yeah.
Thought
Then
that
the
might
only
Where are you
other
be a
located
B
at?
for a lathe.
Say again,
Where are you
But,
located at?
I'm in Indiana,
Oh, that's
Midland,
right.
in Anderson.
I
Yeah.
remember now.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
are.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
close
guys are
to you,
neighbors.
Brenda.
Yeah, I can get to his house. I remember that now.
Yeah.
So you're in a prison right now?
Yeah.
You're
Well,
what?
I'm actually right outside the wall. We got an old prison here. It was 1923, and it's got the old concrete wall that goes all the way around. And our powerhouse is just right outside the concrete wall. But yeah, I spent 16 years inside that wall and finally got me a good gig outside here.
Right.
There you
Good.
go.
Yeah, I'd say it's a good gig all by yourself and get to be your own boss. And
Yeah, as long as somebody.
pass the time on Wednesday nights with us now, so that's a good thing.
You and then me.
Then the only other thing I got was just that I got me some of those robust collet chucks for the tool handle. So maybe a couple of tool handles.
Nice.
Very good.
Cool.
They work out pretty good. It seems to be a pretty good piece of material there, and you can put it in there backwards and not
Right.
gouge into your gouges. So
Very good.
nothing too fancy there, but
No, they're nice stuff.
Right. Very cool.
I
Is
just
that it,
wonder
Raj?
how you got those weapons into the prison.
like I
He's
said, I'm
outside of
outside.
it.
Because he's
Pay
outside.
attention, y'all. Pay attention, y'all.
Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Thanks, Raj.
All right, thanks.
Be
All right,
good,
let's
man.
go to JJ, newsletter, marketing director. What's up, buddy?
All right. So this is my recovery project. That's number
Yeah.
1. And this is a stealth urn, so it looks like a bottle vase, except it's got a threaded insert in the bottom. This one's tight. So I'll show you on number 2. That's number 2, and these are Blackwood insert. Maybe the other one's the loose one. It's African Blackwood. This is number 3. This is Chechen, which is Brazilian rosewood. That's the loose one. And there it is. They're threaded 12 TPI. And what I did was each has a very slight taper in the bottom. So my insert is angled so that it wedges in there perfectly. And then I hit it with Parfix. Is it 400C Flex?
Yeah, I think it is.
400C Flex. And that's on Mark Soleil's advice. He said, when you put in any kind of a threaded insert, use the 400C because your inserts, whether it's brass or blackwood or another with the dense woods, is going to be denser than the wood around it, and it needs to be able to move. So he recommended that. And then threaded, of course. And I have just a little lip so that they stop. And then I just use the Dremel to cut a slot that you can fit a dime in. So once you get this filled and screwed closed, it sits on the mantle. People say, "What a unique vase! What an interesting vase!" And nobody will understand that it's actually an urn.
Right. Yeah, that's a good concept.
How'd you hollow that, JJ? How'd you hollow that?
I hollowed it through the bottom. I said Dane helped me quite a bit. I was having this is the first, actually second project back after surgery, and I got stuck. I forgot what I was doing hollowing, so I started. And that's why I went through the side on this one. That's why it's got that accent band of red mallee burl. I started on this one and I drilled for about an hour and a half with Forstner bait. I got bogged down and forgot procedures for hollowing. Ultimately, between talking to Dane and watching Tomislav Tomasic, I remembered there's much better, faster, and safer ways to hollow.
Right. The light bulb really went on.
Drilled, I think I drilled 5/16 as deep as I could. And then I used a square end scraper to get about 3 inches deep, and then I switched to. I remembered I had a ring tool, one-way termite. So most of the bulk is done with the one-way termite until I got past about 5 inches, and there I switched to the all-access hollower from Trent Bosch.
Oh.
And
How deep
actually, it all
are
worked
those?
out pretty nice.
How deep are those?
These are 7 inches deep. They're hollowed
Okay.
right to where it starts to bend.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's
So,
nice. Nice
and
work.
so this was an Alaskan Malamute that these are for. All the members of the family want a little bit of them. And so I needed a total of 100 cubic inches. And so each of these, it's actually more. Each of these holds a little bit more than 2 cups, which is about 120 cubic inches, somewhere in there. Total.
Did you thread that by hand?
No, I used Baxter's Threadmaster. And the cool thing, so one of the things I did is I had a clarinet bell, and this is one clarinet bell. So I got 3 rings, and I drilled through it with a 1 1/4 Forstner bit and threaded all the way through and just parted off, fit and parted off each ring. So I had consistent size, and I can actually use the plugs in any one of them. They all fit each other. If you're doing a large number, repeatability is very helpful. And using the Baxter, you have exact thousandths of an inch adjustments. So literally, I can take the lids off of any of them and swap them to any others, and they all fit each other. It's all interchangeable. I made a male sacrifice block out of cherry that I screwed the insert onto to turn the outside of the insert, because the wedge is this way. So I had to turn the inside surface first to make it sure it fit. And then I had to find a way to turn the outside. So I just made a male sacrifice block that I screwed these onto out of cherry and turned the outside of the insert. And then I just made a single female insert. So I'd thread and shape each of the plugs and then screw it into the female insert and just, or female sacrifice block, and just turn the outside edge. So everything was repeatable. It was all the exact same size. So I could just go 1, 2, 3 right down the list.
Mm-hmm. They're pretty. Very
Thank you.
different.
And yeah, the
Very nice.
Chechen is gorgeous wood. It's cranky though. This with the grain, you see the grain going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got a nice clean cut up here, a horrible cut here, a clean cut here. Go the other direction, get a clean cut here, a horrible cut here. So I had to. I was never one direction with anything. It was that was an intense and interesting bit of turning, but it turned out really nice.
Right. Yeah, you did a good job on those. Real good job.
Thank you.
Very nice. Very
That
nice.
was a big challenge to do 2 urns first thing back from back in the shop after surgery. You know.
I bet. Yeah, great job, Jeffrey.
But and these will be in the newsletter. I'm actually going to write an article about urn turning. Not necessarily about volume or things like that, but as much more about choice of materials, choice of form, things like that.
Right.
Yeah. Very cool.
Do you sell any of them?
I'm sorry?
Do you sell many urns? I've got a whole bunch of urns, and I don't usually sell them.
There's a service here that is I would guess you would call it a concierge veterinary service. They come to your home and put your dog down there. Then they take your dog, do the cremation or cat, whatever, but they do it at your home where the animal's at peace. And I'm hoping to get them as clients. I'm going to be sending them some of this imagery. I'm trying to break into the market. One thing, this is not my idea, the hidden urn. This is not my idea. I got this from Steve Pritchard out of South Carolina. And he does cat urns that are just spectacular vases. And you'd never know until you pick it up and see the plug in the bottom. So it's an idea I'm developing. But I would look at pet
Pet hospitals.
pet
Vets,
pet hospitals,
vet
or
clinics.
like I said, we have a concierge vet service that comes to you. Those kind of places I think are probably the best bet to sell.
Yeah, I have
Good luck.
some in
Good luck. Much success. It's a huge market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have some in Nashville. Funeral.
Another place I found, guys, is the funeral homes.
Mhm.
Some funeral homes do pet cremations too.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
They do here, anyways, here in Wisconsin.
There might be it might be. I don't think that there's crossover here. I think that there's pet and funeral homes, but they don't cross. But you can go to a local funeral home if you have a collection of full-size, human-sized urns. You can go.
Right.
And then another thing is, look, you can make minis that they're called keepsake urns.
Right.
That'll hold two or three tablespoons. So if you have here, I have a case where the family each wanted an equal part. But say you had 5-6 family members, you could turn, like Billy did, the 3 little urns and then the 1 big urn, little keepsake urns, and those are $100 a piece or whatever. And you might have a fairly big market for that, where people might not be able to shell out $150, $200 a piece for urns like this.
Another big seller is necklace keepsake urn
Yep.
Yeah.
that they wear around their neck, and they
And those
only a
tiny,
teaspoon.
Yeah. Or little, you could do
Amulet.
like little acorns that screw shut. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to kind of tap that market. But it's really challenging to price and feel fair and not feel like you're capitalizing on people's grief.
Right.
It's a difficult conversation for sure.
Most of mine go to family members.
Usually you just let them come to you. If you've got a reputation as being a good wood turner, they'll come to you.
Yeah.
True. Amen.
And the funeral homes, if you get on good standing, they'll tell clients.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes unless it's like pre-manufactured, they don't like to sell them around here.
Yeah, I think it all depends on the market. It depends on it depends on who you know. It depends on who you talk to.
If you go to the next one after that.
Also, some states have regulations. Minnesota has no regulation on them.
Yeah. Another thing to think about too, and it's something I have to ship these with the lids loose, because when these are tight, these are airtight and they're going to fly because they're going to Colorado. So another thing to think about, especially if it's all wood, make sure that air is able to travel in and out, or you could burst it just because of air pressure.
Yep.
Right. Good point.
No.
Good point.
I just shipped one to Michigan and I wrapped the lid separately from the urn and explained I didn't want it to rupture in flight.
Right.
Good
I
thing.
never thought about that. That's good info.
And again, like if you're using the Nile Stoppers bronze inserts, that is machined very, very tightly. You absolutely cannot leave that lid tight when you ship that. Guarantee something will happen.
I hope I remembered to leave mine loose enough. She's had them up in Anchorage for, I don't know, a month, and she hasn't opened. She hasn't even opened the box yet, so I don't know. I don't know.
That's a huge thing too, is difference in humidity. These are going to Colorado. I dried these as dry as I can physically get them in North Carolina, because as soon as you take it out of whatever you're drying it in, it starts taking in moisture again.
Right.
It's just the nature of North. My workbench has been in my shop for 3.5 years, and it still registers 13% moisture on a good day. On wet days, it'll get up to 18. It's just, and Colorado is like 20% humidity on average all year round.
Yeah.
So you've got to take those things into consideration.
Yeah. For sure. All right. Thank you very much, JJ.
Thank you.
Talk about the newsletter later on here.
Send in stuff for the newsletter. I just got something.
Right. There you go. All right. Let's go see what this clown's been doing. So, you guys know I've been slow getting back. I got a little bit of progress. So, piece of eucalyptus crotch.
Whoa,
Nice.
that's gorgeous.
That's pretty.
Oh.
That's pretty.
Popping now.
That's pretty.
So this is,
That is-
you know, so I threw some linseed oil on it a few days ago and took a little real short just to see what the grain was going to look like. But yeah, it's going to look real good once I get my shine on it. And then
What's that center?
back.
What's the center in there, Dane? What's the center on the
What's
front?
that? On the front?
Yeah,
It's
what is that
it's a
in the center?
so it's a convex coin medallion, and then I carved in 1/8 inch
There you go. Oh,
beads, an 1/8 inch bead here and a 1/4 inch bead here on the outside. That was cutting this bead on the outside was probably the scariest thing I ever did because of having your bead tool go between air. And I couldn't get over 650 RPMs on it. So, but it came out real well, you know, just super hard wood. So
That's
eucalyptus, it's
beautiful piece.
The
3,100
figure
young,
is just outstanding.
right? Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
The other half of this I'm giving to Patrick, so he'll get the other half of his crotch level up. And then there's the back. So I used my 5-inch jaws on this because the material that I had for a tenon came to about here to here. So I only had wood on this side that I was gripping when I was turning this. That was
Scary.
plenty of wood, but make sure you know what you're doing or act like you know what you're doing.
That's Phil Anderson level of mounting there.
Oh, crazy, right?
Yeah.
Is there a finish on that?
I just got one coat of boiled linseed oil on it that I threw on it while it was still on the lathe. Even before I did the medallion on the inside, I just wanted to see what the grain looked like. And then so this is a pedestal made last night. So it's going to be black. Plate will sit on top of that.
Cool.
Nice.
You ebonized that?
Is that
Yeah, it's
maple?
ebonized. No, it's gray ash. And so bead, fillet, and then there's a little bitty bead in between at the junction here. So it'll sit.
How are you holding that on your
So it'll sit like so.
Pretty. That's gonna be nice.
how are you holding that on your chuck?
Tenon?
Like
Well,
that?
Or are you talking about the plate?
No, I'm talking about what you got in front of you. What's the white thing?
It's the wood.
Chuck?
The
Is that
wood.
A piece of wood.
It's one log.
He just
Got a
hasn't
tenon.
made the bottom part black yet.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this bottom piece, you know, so it's only this here is only the pedestal right here. This just black
Okay.
part.
Okay, I got you now. I
Yeah.
got
Yeah, I thought it was a jam chuck.
No.
so did I.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. So that's
Looks
me.
good.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Very nice.
That's
All right.
pretty nice. Yeah, that's
Hey.
pretty.
Yeah, it's going to shine up really well. All right, let's go to Mr. Kingsley. Dave, we got you.
Hi.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Hey. Hi, everybody. It's that time of year when I've done this before. I've turned communion sets for our new pastors on our district. It's time for the district, and so I made cups
Cool.
Those are pretty. They're pretty.
Yeah.
and the plates.
Oh, nice.
And it's basically for to encourage pastors to visit people in the hospital and things like that. And, you know, the whole paper cup, and it just makes it nicer for those people. You feel less disenfranchised that way, I think.
Yes.
And then I had a major project. This again.
Ready.
And the problem was taking off the tenon.
Ooh.
So I made this.
There you go.
And what this does is this rides up against the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And this holds the front like so.
Mm-hmm.
And this
That's
is
good.
this wait a second. Well, this is threaded so that it can move in tight, and I got a lock, and this just mounts in the chuck like so.
Yeah.
Nice.
And if anybody's wondering how you do it, this is just a piece of that.
All thread.
Yeah. Well, this is this I just had hanging up around the shop, but this is just the shelf liner.
Yeah.
Blunts this and held on with a couple of zip ties.
And you let that rest on the bottom of the form?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
And that way, you know, your tailstock would come up, and it allows you to take off the tenon.
And it's fully supported. Right.
Yeah.
Nice. A lot of flexing.
Cute little gadget. It was a pain in the butt to make.
Hey, Dave, what you can do is you can go get yourself some mini cane toppers and screw on there, and you'll be good to go.
Yeah, I have some one of those, but the ones I had are of a larger diameter. But when I tried to use them, I tightened up and went right through them. So this will work for a while, and if it gets crappy, I'll just replace it.
Yeah. Or make yourself a wooden disc and screw on there.
Yeah, well, that's what I use in the back. Is I have a wooden disc that goes from the point of my tailstock. There's a little wooden disc that holds that so that I could go all the way down.
Well,
oh, that's cool.
Right. Now you have something to hang on the shelf, and you go and grab every time you need one.
And I'm still not happy with the finish on this, but I ordered a rotisserie motor. Because basically I'm using a head off of an old Grizzly lathe that I picked up because somebody else was throwing it away. That's how I got started. And but it doesn't go slow enough. It doesn't go slow enough.
Resource. Goodwill is a good resource for rotisserie motors.
Well, I just ordered one up. It was $10. I just ordered one off Amazon. I figured, what the heck?
Oh, Willow, what are you doing in there?
Oh, I don't think he was talking to me.
Open mic. Somebody talking to dogs.
Oops.
One of the things when I was making the plates is I ended up with this cute little bowl.
Oh, yeah. That is a cute little bowl.
That I think it's just adorable.
I make a lot of those. 1,001 uses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep that there for you.
Too easy to put. You could put those mini M&Ms in these.
Put one of your chalices on there. Let's see what it looks like, Dave.
Well,
that's gonna be pretty. That's gonna be pretty. Yeah.
It's a change dish, or for your keys, or for your your USB drives by the computer, or knickknacks, rubber bands,
or what it was made for.
Yep.
On popcorn.
Or for screws in the shop,
Or give it to some kids to have tea parties with.
Or some kid with a dollhouse and wants a platter.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
That's nice. I mean, it's keeping you really busy to do that. I mean, it takes time.
Well, my grandson's keeping me busy.
There you go.
Yeah. But that's it for
me. Right. Thanks, Dave.
All right, thanks, Dave. Take her away, Matt.
Yep. Next up is Dan Smith from Michigan. What you got, Dan?
Well, is Doug Miller out there?
He is.
Hey, Doug. I'm still trying to figure out how to mount this between centers.
That's a little tougher.
Oh, but I didn't want you to think everything you did was in vain, so I made one of these.
Rudy,
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice.
is that dyed? Is that dyed or
Did a
painted
little-
or what?
Yeah, it's redwood.
I
be cherry wood.
think Dan took it to heart.
Yes.
Piecing red. I wanted it to be a bright red, like a heart.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's redwood now.
That's right.
I made a bunch of these little tops,
Perfect.
Nice.
and
Yeah, you did.
Paint those with markers then?
what's that?
Did you paint those with markers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
markers, and I use I use the
Lift it higher.
spiraling tool on.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Very
Got a
cool.
nice flower in that one, but yeah, it's all fun, you know. And then I use Carnauba wax on them, and they shine up pretty good. But I dry the ink with a hair dryer so it don't bleed off. But that's all I got. Oh, no, I got one more thing. This turned out pretty nasty.
That's St. Patty's Day, right?
Oh my. Played with a color there, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted to get it more like this on the other side, but every time I did something, it just kept getting darker, so I might just give it up and just use it for throwing stuff on.
It's cool.
But it's a light little platter.
You can use it as a paint tray when you're doing acrylic painting.
No,
Daniel, sand it back some. Sand it back to where you can sand off about 80% of that color, and then see what you got left.
Yeah, I was thinking about
You might be surprised. You might be surprised. It might be pretty. Then you'd know what to add back to it.
Yeah.
Or, paint it with a rattle can paint, whatever. If you don't like the dyes.
Yep, a lot of things you could do.
Daniel, one thing I just came across a couple of days ago was Tim Yoder made a brass top.
I saw that.
Saw that today.
Brass top, yeah, them metal tops spin a lot better. In fact, I found out quite a bit about when you're making these. Is I like a shallow bottom, and these all spin this way and this way. So, on the top and bottom, but the thicker, the more weight you have on the bottom and the smaller your handle is here, the faster it'll go and longer it'll go with the bigger bottom because of the weight. But these are going about 1.5 minutes. I think that's pretty
Very cool.
That's
very cool.
That's good.
Wow.
That's good. That's better than good.
I discovered that I was getting a little more time out of them if I put a little more extra weight around the shaft at the bottom. So, I don't know if that helps at all, but maybe it was just me. I don't know.
Yeah, well, I'm doing one up right now. It's got on the bottom because I do mine pretty flat and low. It's got a 45 coming up, and it's about a 45 on the top, so it's about that much thicker.
Okay.
I'll see how much that weight makes it.
All right. Well, good luck. The experimentation is part of the fun.
Yep.
They had on
Really?
craft supplies.
You know what these will make nice for? those little domes that we make or whatever. It's a nice shield.
There you go.
Umbrellas.
Dan, they had a film, well, a video from Dale Nish's grandson on tops and how to construct them to get them. It was a good video. It came out last week. So just go in there. It's under Craft Supplies or the wood turning store.
Yeah. I just watched the one on Craft Supply about making tops. And
Yeah. Well, then you know it. You've already seen it. It was a good one.
that was where I got the idea that I'm doing mine so too thin on the bottom because, you know, I might be able to get 2 minutes to spin on them.
Well, a minute and a half is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some stainless tops and a minute and a half is pretty good. Yep, nicely done.
Thank you much.
All right, well, thanks, Dan. Yep, let's move on to Al. Hey, Al, what you got?
All this piercing, like I said last week, and it's not just last week that I've been thinking about it. Ian showed a piece about a month and a half ago. It was a poor man's umbrella, and you know, Howard and everybody, and you know, everybody's showing these piercing pieces, and I said last week, I mentioned, like, it's really inspiring me, and I want to do it. And I got what I thought was a garbage piece of wood, and I was going to make an umbrella, and I saw the wood, and I said, "There's no friggin' way I'm going to drill holes through this friggin' thing." So
Yeah.
it's a bowl. So now this one's a bowl,
Pretty.
you know. And
It's very
Absolutely beautiful.
No, I wouldn't drill a hole through a spalted piece like that either. Al.
no. But and again, I talked to some crazy guy here in our club, and he just said to me, you know, like, here's what you have to do if you want to make something look good, and you got to make it right. And I'm not going to say his name, Dane Chandler.
What I do?
I'll tell you what, you know what? This is the very first piece that I could actually see myself in. And you know what?
Attaboy.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
It worked.
Yeah,
Huh?
I understand what people say. Oh, I hate the sand. I never said that before because I never sanded like this before. But I'll tell you what, I brought it to 220, and I put some denatured alcohol. I cleaned it up, and I put it was real punky, as you can see. I mean, right here is a huge crack. I actually put some coffee in there and stuff, but then I put some sanding sealer just to, you know, strengthen the wood. And I was talking to Dane the other day, and, you know, we talked about finishing and stuff like that. So I sanded that back, I think at 180 or something like that. And then I put another coat of sanding sealer on it. And I sanded that back at 220. I put another coat of sanding sealer on it.
Good boy. Yeah.
And I sanded it again back. I think the next stage thing I had was 320. Put another coat of sanding sealer on it. Now this here is this is 2 coats right now of lacquer, clear gloss. And damn, if that doesn't turn out nice, I still have the thing on. Like I said, I didn't do any work today here because I was working, but I could really see. I could see myself.
Yeah, it don't even look like the same piece of punky wood.
Yeah. So, wow. I think Dane knows what he's talking about.
Very shiny. Yeah.
Now, folks, what that piece of wood looked like? It looked like popcorn that had been ground up and put back together. It was so dry, so porous.
It was like that right there. I haven't taken it off yet. I'm glad I just thought about it. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it's amazing what you can do. It's amazing how you can finish it.
Just a little time, that's all.
Yeah. And I really like this. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I like this piece.
And it makes you feel, and now that you're done with it, now it makes you feel even better about the piece, don't it?
Well, I understand more. I mean, I never want to spend any time with. I mean, if I make some, I think I'm a pretty good turner, and I make this. I try to do some of the things that I see from people and stuff like that. But spending some time on it, it makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. Makes a real big difference.
It does.
It was really that. I mean, that's the tenant. I haven't taken care of none of that yet, but that's what it was, and this is what I got to. So
yeah, good job, Al.
I'm pretty happy with it.
Nice.
Looks great.
Yeah.
So, it'd be somebody's gift.
There you go. Right.
Good job, Al.
Everybody be good. Everybody be good.
All right. Thanks,
All right,
Al.
thank you, Al.
All right.
Next up is Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how's everybody doing? So
Hey, Jeff.
I got another pen this week. That's all I ever get time for. But there it is. It's a slim line, and the wood is called, I think it's pronounced Lati, Lati. And it's a cousin of Wengi, except that it turns much nicer than Wengi does. No,
doesn't chip, huh?
It was basically a lot of powder when I turned it. So it came out very nice. I was quite pleased with this. And JJ, I did send you a picture. That came right before the meeting. And I'm happy to say I finally got some time in the shop where I started cutting up some segments and some spacers for a bowl. And it's going to be the bowl that I tried to do last year that the Papa sent me the plan for, and I only got half of it done and the rest blew up on me. I called it my favorite failure. So hopefully this time around I'll get a full bowl out of it. And so that's coming. Might be a while, but it's coming. So, and that's all I got.
Thank you, Jeff. Very nice.
Good,
Thanks,
Very
Jeff.
good, Jeff.
Next up is Doug. Hey, Doug.
I was afraid of that. I've been chomping as fast as I could to empty my mouth. Got a couple of things. I'm eating a salad. Couple of things.
Oh,
Nice little piece of wheat tree. Nice black walnuts.
It's gorgeous.
Weed tree.
This particular blank, most people would have turned it this way, made this the bottom and this the top. I wanted this to be the bottom because there was a bit of figure in the log. After I turned it, it turns out there wasn't a whole lot of figure there. Oh, look, there's a laser engraving though.
Yes, there is.
Sorry, had to do it.
What did you laser engrave that with, Doug? What did you laser engrave?
A laser.
That with, Doug? Okay.
Laser Pecker 1.
Well, if someone wanted a laser like that, what would they search for?
Anyway,
Dane Chandler.
Dane Chandler. Yeah, Dane Chandler,
Yeah,
aka
it's listed under Dane.
The heartwood came out just wonderfully. I had a walnut piece a while back that I posted in social media and said that I had used my abrasive paste on it, which takes it up to about 1,000 grit. And somebody came back on and said, if you've taken that to 1,000 grit, there's a problem. And I looked back at the picture and there were these lines, horizontal lines going across it from sanding. I had not gone back and made sure all my sanding lines were out. This one I did. And so when I did my abrasive paste,
it's beautiful.
You can't fight that, but anyway, I've got the heartwood, the sapwood, and bark. And the three together between the contrast in colors and the contrast in texture, because everything, the heartwood and the sapwood is just as smooth as it can be. And then you get that bark. It's not a full bark, but it's enough of the bark that it gives some texture to it. And it came out really nice. My only problem, and I can fix it, you can see there in the bottom, when I took my tenon off, it left a ring, and it's a bit of an indentation. I had a sharp edge on my wood that I use for the jam chuck, but I can fix that. That's easy enough. Wax on the outside, nothing but walnut oil on the inside, because I am not sticking my hand in there with these two bark inclusions on the edge. It's just enough roughness. I would cut my hand all to pieces. So I know how I operate. So, but the tenon did come off beautifully, gave me a nice smooth finish, and I like it. I said while I was turning it, my wife is probably going to claim it. I showed it to her and she set it up on the bed next to her where she was sitting at the time. So it's hers. It's hers. However, I've got 3 more pieces of the same chunk of tree. So, yahoo!
There you go.
One of these days, Doug, your wife's
Oh.
going to run out of room to claim things.
I said, where you want it? She said, I don't know. I can't think of a place where it can go. I did get a mail call today, just to show you. Somebody was so kind. They had asked during one of my demos, do you have any kind of plastic holder or anything for that? And I said, no, I really don't. I've got some jam chucks and stuff and some chunks of wood I can throw in and fix that. And today I received these. These are 3D printed. That's perfect size for throwing in the chuck, and open on this side. On the back side here, that hole is a 60-degree cone center.
Nice.
So I've got one. If I well, I can't. I don't have things set up properly. If I did, I could show you. I've got one in my chuck now, but this one could go.
Already playing?
No, I haven't yet. I just stuck it in as I came
okay,
in.
got it.
But my 60-degree tail center will hit there. So between the two, I can hold something round without any problem. So,
yeah.
Oh, it's when I was turning the watermelon salt shaker. That's when he was asking me, because I could have used something like that.
Right.
I didn't need it, but I got around it. But anyway,
Yeah.
just guy being nice to me. Yeah. He sent those to
good.
me. Yahoo!
Nice. Right. Oh, yeah.
Very, very cool. Very cool.
Thanks,
Doug.
guys.
Hey, Doug,
Right.
Doug, can I
Yes,
ask you
sir.
a question? Can I ask you a
Yeah.
question,
Yeah.
Doug? On your video the other day, and in the middle or towards the end, or so, we're talking. You were talking about your dust collector.
Yeah.
And I did the same thing about the same time you did yours. You moved it all over from corrugated hose and stuff.
Right.
Now, you said that you left a little bit of corrugated hose left. Did you leave that up at the top by where your lathe is, or down at the bottom by the motor?
It's over here by the lathe. This is just for flexibility. So I've got
Yeah, right. Okay,
this
right at the
this
top.
is where the hard pipe stops, and I've got it's a drop of 3. My hose is probably 4.5 feet. It drops down to this. That's so I had the flexibility to move this back and forth, in and out.
Right. I was watching the dust just being
Oh
sucked
yeah,
right up.
it does.
Oh yeah,
It does.
it's huge. We
I
had
don't
a
have
great
to.
conversation.
I don't have to bring this metal tube right up to my work anymore. It yesterday it was probably 6 inches back behind, 6 to 8
Mhm.
inches behind my work, and it was just sucking the dust right out. I had no
It
dust on
was.
none on my lathe at all.
It was.
So
I wanted to ask you that tonight. Right.
yeah,
I did the same thing. I left it close to at my work instead of down by the motor. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I did the same. Okay, that's
yeah.
good.
You don't need it
Very-
by the motor.
No,
You don't
no.
need flexibility there, but at your lathe you need just a little bit of flexibility. So
I wanted to ask.
yeah, I could have dropped my hard line down another foot and a half and had a little bit less, but I just opted to stop there. It was a good stopping point, and ran the flex hose down, and it's working. The only thing I have to worry about, I've lost 2 or 3 pieces of sandpaper right up the vac chute because it has so much more suction. So I've probably got a couple pieces of sandpaper over there that I need to take the hose loose from the motor and get that out. So that's an easy
Put a
fix.
little piece of chicken wire in
Yeah.
the entrance there.
Exactly.
Believe me, it'll save a lot of that.
Absolutely. All right, guys, that's all I've got. Back to my salad.
Thanks, Doug. Very
Good,
nice.
Nicely done, Doug.
We're going to go to Billy, and then we'll go back to you, Dane.
Okay.
So Billy had so he wanted to say something before the demo.
Yeah, I just put a link in the chat for my YouTube short about Level Up. People on the Facebook page have probably seen it, but not all of our members are members of our Facebook page. So I thought I would share it here and let everybody know. Feel free to share that with your clubs or with other wood turners that you might know that don't come to our meetings or are members of our Facebook page. So Turners that might be interested in coming. So share that around. Feel free. That's why I did it. And that's pretty much
It's
it.
it's a great short.
Yeah, I liked it, Billy.
You did a short.
It
You did
really
a
is.
short
It's a short.
a couple weeks ago on
It's-
the
it's
club
a-
itself. Very good.
You can feel free to share that one out too. It's but this is I think 2 minutes and 52 seconds or something like that.
Yeah.
It's not very long, but it talks about level up and what we're doing, and I hope I did a pretty good job.
Our
You did.
resisting
You did.
years just
It
to
was
comment on Billy
fantastic.
Shorts.
Yep.
Thank you.
My wife loved it.
Anyway, that's what I got.
Very good.
Okay, thanks,
you, Billy.
Billy. Dane?
All right, back to me. Brought up the big screen. All right, so we're at the top of the hour, so we'll get into the demo here in a little bit. But nice segue there from Billy, leading into Level Up. So I will let everybody know that as of now, Level Up is 100% a go based on the participants that we're at right now. So there's no fear of unless the creek rises and we ain't got no oars for the canoe. Our festivities will be taking place, so I look forward to more registrations coming in. We've got them, they've been trickling in. I'm very happy for everybody that is registered so far. It's going to be a hell of an event, one of a kind, with all of us Worldwide Woodturners doing for worldwide plus other woodturners, and here, Fither, and Yon. So it's going to be a great event. Captain Eddie says hello to everybody. I will relay back to Captain Eddie that y'all asked about him earlier. I will let him know that as well. He's maintaining. He's getting better, and everybody keep him in his prayers.
Yep.
And y'all's prayers for him. Because Captain Eddie started this, back, with an idea, back in August of 2019, and then come November of 2019. The groundwork got made with a bunch of us to start doing what we're doing here. And here we are, 6.5 years later. I think my math is right on that. It's been a hell of a journey going from where we started to where we are now and where we're wanting to go in the future. We have our volume 1 and volume 2 of the newsletter available for sale on Amazon now. The 2024 tips, tricks, projects gallery in 2025 of the same criterion. Sales have been trickling along. Thank you everybody that have bought. Club gets a couple dollars that go towards offsetting future expenses here and doing stuff that we want to do at Level Up. So keep it up. Those that have already received the book, the quality of it. If anybody wants to come on afterwards and show what the actual book looks like, it's a hell of a publication.
I have it.
So with that, we have Safety Sue. We'll get our little safety moment on. Anybody have any questions about Level Up?
Nope.
No.
I
As long as
do.
the
What's
hotel
the
still got
closest-
room for us.
Say again.
Well, info's there. I just got to get off my lazy butt and do it.
I just got to call the hotel so long as they still got rooms available.
Yep, they will. I got to call them too. As a matter of fact, I've been I
Yes,
called
so
on
I-
Friday, had an issue, and then I've just been busy this week and just totally hosed it because when I call in the morning, there's somebody I got to talk to there and whatnot. So, but yeah, we got 50 rooms blocked out, 130 a night. 14th of September to the 24th of September.
My only question is what other fees are they going to throw at us?
And they've told us that if we go over our bookings, that they'll be able to provide additional rooms. So we should be good to go on that. What was your question, Dale?
What kind of other fees are added to that $130?
Well, you're going to have your typical
Tax.
hotel fees. I mean, your tax,
You're just gonna have
hotel
taxes
fees.
on it.
I mean,
Just taxes, Dale.
Okay, because I know
you
some
know,
states
they'll
they have all
give
kinds
it
of other fees too.
right. But you know, they can give that information to you, right? You know, when you call.
Yeah, because I know in New
Shouldn't be.
York they got all kinds of, you know,
Right.
$130 room fee. By the time all of New York's required fees are added on, you're
Yeah, it's
talking
160.
anywhere from 160 to 180.
Right. Yeah, you're not going to. We're not going to experience that there at Hotel Mead there in Wisconsin Rapids. So
Okay.
that'll all
Hey,
be
Dave,
good. Yeah.
what's the closest commercial airport there?
That's a Scott question.
I think
The
he's
close,
online.
the closest airport that you're going to fly into that'll have rental vehicles would be Mosinee, Wisconsin, which is 45 minutes from here up the interstate. So that's the closest one. The other large airports would be Appleton, Wisconsin, Madison, Wisconsin, or Milwaukee. Those are our biggest regional airports.
And I would dare say, and I just say dare, but 9 times out of 10, one of us or a couple of us or several of us who will be up there with vehicles, you know, if the coordination is made and based upon the timing, 9 times out of 10, one of us will be able to cruise up to one of those airports and throw you in the back of a pickup truck or in the back of a toy hauler. So, but communication is key. You know, it's you know, not last second. Hey, you know, I'm at the airport and I don't know what to do. But you know,
So Appleton and Madison are an hour and a half away. And Milwaukee's 3 hours away. So I don't think we'd run to Milwaukee to pick you up or Chicago.
Right.
Madison,
But, you know,
Madison and Appleton would be a stretch. Mosinee wouldn't be that big a deal. That's 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Isn't somebody flying into Green Bay?
That's the same as Appleton. Appleton and Green Bay
Okay.
Airport are the same airport.
Gotcha.
They're all, Matt, that's like going from the suburbs in Detroit. You don't know when you went from one to the other.
I understand. Yeah. Yeah, I could drive for an hour and still be in suburbs of Detroit. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
8 miles.
It's the same there.
Hey, Dave,
Yeah.
is the venue in the hotel?
No, the venue is at the Lions Club in Wisconsin Rapids, and the hotel is how far away, Scott? South Falls Road?
Probably a mile and a half, give or take. It's less than 10 minutes driving time.
Right. Couple stop signs, couple stoplights, left turn here, right turn there, hill, a knoll, you're there.
About 4 stoplights and then it's
The
all
venue-
4-lane road all the way to it. So it's one residential street and then 4 stoplights and there.
There's
The
also
venue is-
camping
the
close
venue-
by.
Yeah, the venue is a park. Okay. So the venue is basically outdoors, buildings on an outdoor park. And we will be inside those buildings. So there'll be a roof over our heads and that kind of stuff. In the event that we get inclement weather.
Yeah,
So I note that
there is safety facilities there. So if we get tornadoes or some, God forbid, some kind of severe weather, we do have underground area to go to for safety concerns.
Which way are you going to have to worry?
It's a 40-acre enclosed compound is what it is, basically.
Right. It's going to be all to ourselves. We won't have, you know, people from the street or,
no,
you know, coming in and bugging us or anything like that. You're like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, what is that? Oh, can I try this? You know, that won't be happening. So
no. The
Yeah,
worst
note
of
that
it will probably be some Lions Club members showing up to see what
yeah,
we're all.
aside from that. Right, which is expected.
And note that it is September in Wisconsin. So, you know,
if you come from Arizona like Dane, buy yourself some Carhartts and insulated underwears.
It could be as cold as the 40s and warm as the 90s. That's the time of frame.
Exactly. That's not considered inclement weather. So
no, that's
Right.
normal.
Hey guys, I have a
That's
question.
New York for you.
Yep. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead, Sue.
Hey, I have a question. Understanding that we're opening this up to anybody, but are you going to be advertising to the general public once you get a good response from our club? I mean, short of getting it out to your private. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
We've only opened it to the clubs in the surrounding states.
Gotcha. All right.
yeah, so my club here in Detroit we've published it to that. And I think
Right.
that some of the other Michigan clubs are also publishing it because several folks from some of the other clubs have contacted me about it. So there is interest. There is a fair amount of interest. So
Well, my YouTube short pretty much published it to the world. So
yeah, right.
Right. So, and any of y'all, like Billy did with his YouTube, if you got TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and you're on there and you got a little bit of a presence, help us out. Throw up an advert and throw it out there. Whether you're coming or not coming, try to support it and get the word out there for us. And the more the merrier, and the more successful we can make it, which in turn will allow us to make the next one go, hopefully go even better. So.
Oh, we planning on more than one?
We're not planning on just a one-off. Yeah, we're getting our feet wet. We're starting from zero, and I want to go to 200 mile. I want to go to 200 mile an hour.
Excellent.
Yeah, we're hoping that it'll at least be a biannual event, if not an annual event. We just got to see how the first one goes, right, Dane?
Yep.
Right. Yeah, I don't know about an annual event. Get done with one.
Biannual might be too much.
That's biannual. Twice a year, every 2 years, I think is fitting, unless there's really that much of a demand for it. But then that turns into a full-time job and on a volunteer basis. That's crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
So
for sure it'll be a biannual event. I'm
right.
Pretty sure we can make that happen.
Yeah, every 2 years would be lovely.
Right.
Every year would be even better.
Yeah, but you gotta.
You want to do the work, Matt?
Well, I have offered to do some of it. So
You want to start a new SWAT, huh?
Well,
Well, no, it's not a new. It's not a new SWAT. It's a worldwide wood turners.
Right.
The biggest thing is advertising, Matt. Getting the word out.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
It will never be a SWAT.
No.
Because it's going to be a SWAT. This is never going to be a symposium. It's always going to be a hands-on event, as long as a few of us are running it, anyways. What happens when we want might be different, but
yeah, we want people involved and active, and I don't want everybody just sitting around watching one guy doing it.
Right.
Something. So yeah,
right.
Exactly.
And I want people, involved in the planning of it and whatnot. Instead of it just being a select few. There's a whole consortium that's been empowered to make things happen. And
well, that's why I'm willing to drive 12 hours, is because I can actually pick up a tool and do something. I'm not going to drive 12 hours just to sit and watch somebody else turn.
And hear the same jokes. At least coming to level up, you get to hear some new ones.
Well, look at it this way: if they're a year apart, I'm not going to remember the jokes from last year anyway. So
Right.
Yeah. So,
y'all can tell the same stories.
It's going to be good. And then the other thing, I forgot to mention was, again, meals are going to be provided, for the ones that are turning, that sign up, your plus ones that you bring with you, it's $15 for each day for their meals. So you get fed. Going to be some good bologna sandwiches. We can have some cold ones. We can have some fried ones.
Excellent.
White bread, maybe. And
Limburger
I say that in jest, but it won't be steak and lobster. But You won't go hungry. At least at the end of the day, you won't.
I don't eat lobster at home. I would expect it out.
Right. So, yeah, it's going to be good. So, as you can tell, I'm excited. Captain Eddie's just thrilled to death about it. He can't believe it. Never imagined it. When that truth bomb got dropped on him, he started crying a little bit. He wouldn't admit it, but I could tell by his voice. But yeah, he's stoked about everything that Worldwide Woodturners has been able to do. So he never imagined it.
Do you know how many people?
He wants us to keep pushing forward on it. Huh?
I say, you know how many people he's got stoked because of him being stoked? I'll tell you, he has touched so many people. He has touched so many people.
Yeah, he has. All right. So without further ado, if there's any other questions, also on the webpage, make sure you check out the webpage. Dave Rhodes has put together the most inclusive, best free resource of wood turning information that is available hands down anywhere. You can actually use the search bar and search for something and pull up what it is that you're actually looking for, as opposed to that other 3-letter club that you do a search on and you get a menagerie index of everything but what you're looking for. Got our YouTube channel, we got our club meetings, our demos, our tips and tricks, all snip outs are there on the YouTube channel. We got an Instagram page, Instagram handle on Instagram. I don't even know what the correct terminology is for it. JJ's been running that. Got the newsletter. Still looking for, newsletter is made by you guys, so we need, no pictures, no tips, no projects, no newsletter. So keep everything coming. And so with that, yeah.
Can we still get a, what is this called? The list of people's phone numbers and stuff?
Contact list, yes.
Yes, the contact list is still on our webpage?
No, you have to contact Dave Rhodes or myself because we had to do away with it from the webpage and from the authentication.
But it is still possible to get it.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Email webmaster@worldwidewoodturners.org or email me at dana@dfa@gmail.com.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is if there is any new people here tonight that doesn't really know a whole lot about the Level Up, go on the website, get the contact list, and you got 50 people's phone numbers. Call any one of us and ask us questions, what it's all about.
Or as a resource, if you're stuck and hung up on turning something, we're on that contact list for a reason. And if you want to be on that contact list here in the chat, throw in your name, throw in your email, throw in the contact details that you want to share, and then it'll be added to the contact list. So that's what we're here for, is demystify wood turning and to get all these secrets that everybody wants to hold close vest out to the masses. Because when we're gone and other folks like us that aren't even here are gone, those secrets are gone until they're rediscovered again by like-minded people like us. So that's what we want to do. All right. So with that, let's go to safety.
Hi, guys.
Hey, girl.
How you doing?
Good.
That's good. Well, I'm always looking for safety stuff. And I was on YouTube, and it was right after I saw Billy Burt's short. There was a guy on there that was advertising a safety thing on his YouTube channel. And I wrote to him because I was so impressed if we could use the video. And I told him all about us and all that. And I never heard back from him. So I will tell you about it. He has a one-way lathe, and he had his one-way cold jaws. I don't know what one-way calls them, but basically they're cold jaws. And he had put a 15-pound piece or a 14-pound piece of acrylic that he had casted in with the pinched coal jaws. And he has a trend or one of those air shields that has, it's a respiratory with the full helmet and all that. Anyways, when he was turning too fast, he was turning at 500 RPM. He wanted to get the bottom a little bit flatter. He did not have the tailstock up. Nothing had been turned on this. This was a fresh piece. And the thing came off and smashed him on top of the head. And his thing was, who knew you had to have a safety helmet on when you turned? And normally, I would say most of us, we don't turn 15-pound items. Me, myself, I turn small items. So I'm going to get the safety glasses and face shield that Scott said he liked. But he figured it out with the joules and the pounds that would have hit him based on going at 500 RPMs.
Kinetic energy.
Yes, and it was 90 joules, and it would have been like a 70-pound brick hitting him straight in the head. If he hadn't had that helmet on, he wouldn't be alive. As it was, it knocked him pretty good. But we have to be aware that you just don't put something in cold jaws. I mean, yeah, he went and he tightened it all up, and he figured the rubber stops had a good grip on a smooth edge piece of acrylic that had never been turned. And he shot up that thing going at 500 RPMs and was taking an aggressive cut on the bottom. So that's why it came off.
And he was pushing against.
That's right.
Pushing it out.
Wow.
He wasn't going towards the headstock. He was going straight across.
He was going straight across. No tailstock support at all.
Wow.
And he's lucky to be alive. He said, thank God I had the helmet on. So, folks, just be aware of what you're doing on the lathe. This guy, he's got his own channel. I think it's Grandpa Steven or something. But
Dennis.
What was
Grandpa
that?
Grandpa Dennis.
Was it Grandpa Dennis? Did you see that video?
Yeah, sure did.
And he admitted that he knew better.
Yes, he did. And I just want everybody else to know better. So, first of all, use your tailstock. And I'm not sure how you're going to hold a big piece like that unless you make a glue-on block and attach it to your
recess. You make a glue block, put it between centers, make a tenon.
Exactly.
Make a proper holding. You know,
You definitely don't use cold jaws.
Exactly.
You don't use cold jaws to start off a turning. You know, if you want to use cold jaws, you use it at the end for cleaning up the bottom.
You're right.
You know.
Right. And that's the only time that I use mine. So
and then there's a speed limitation on them. I think they're maxed at 600. You know, for the standard size.
And make sure you use the right kind of buttons too.
Yeah, well, buttons were just the round rubbers, and because he didn't have a lip on it.
Yep, and those buttons, they dry out over time.
Yeah, and I can't imagine anybody doing that on a 14-pound, and it looked like it was 13 inches across.
Wow.
And the depth was, to me, it looked like it was like 4 inches deep. I mean, you're talking a big hunk of plastic that came flying off that lathe. So, folks, just be careful. Know what you're doing. And if you're not sure, call somebody. Because believe me, there is never a dumb question, especially when it comes to running a lathe that can go turning at you at 3,000 RPMs. There's no dumb questions about safety. So be good this week, and I hope to see you next week. And we'll be back to my normal venue out in the real world of my house.
All right.
And so take care, you guys. And,
all right. Thank you, Sue.
Safe.
Thank
Hey,
you, Sue.
Hey, Sue.
Appreciate it.
Sue, check the chat.
Wait.
I sent you a message.
With what Brenda was saying with the contact list, my name is on there. And the big heavy stuff is actually my preferred turning. So if you ever do have questions about how to do that safely, I've done all the wrong stuff already. So I can, tell you how to skip that part and just get to the right stuff.
Right.
We're talking about cold jaws. I literally have a big giant piece in my cold jaws right now, but I'm doing it to finish the bottom, not turn it. So,
right.
By all means,
and if you don't get the right answer from Doug, call me because I'm always telling Doug to do something different.
Yeah.
Me too.
Right. Doug does good work. He likes the scary stuff like I do.
Doug also likes to turn in a bikini, so.
Uh-huh.
Let's don't go there tonight, guys.
No.
The poor man lost one bet.
Please no.
All right, so with that, let's get our feature presentation on tonight. So we got Mr. Ron Pullman in tonight. He's inviting us into his shop to do a really cool demo. Yeah, that's a good looking patch you got on there. Look at that.
Yeah, pretty good. Huh? Oop, over here. Yeah, my wife just sewed that on, so it's pretty good.
Nice.
Anyway, I hope everybody's feeling well tonight, and we'll get started because I'm late here, right? And I feel bad about that. But
You're not late.
No, that's our fault.
No, it's not. Now, anyway, welcome to my shop, and tonight we're going to be turning a bowl that looks like a leaf, right?
Cool.
And like usual, I've got a presentation here that I'll start with anyway. So we're going to do a maple leaf bowl in maple, using maple, right? Pretty cool. And you can use any kind of leaf really to do these kind of bowls as long as they've got some kind of a central mass to them. So these are leaves that I found around here. The sugar leaf, maple leaf I found on a trail my wife and I were walking on. The red bud leaf, I have a red bud leaf, a red bud tree in my yard. Same with the cottonwood. And then last year, my wife and I were out visiting my son and his family out in California, and I found this leaf on the ground, and it was just a red maple leaf. So it's a interesting thing you can find, almost anywhere, these different leaves and stuff. So the first thing you got to do is get a blank, right? So this is a maple blank that I got, and it's 8 inches by 8 inches by 1 7/8, and I think it's about 200 millimeters by about 48 millimeters for those of you that are using the metric system. And what I do is I take the leaf, I put it on my platen on my copier or my printer. It has a copier, and I copy it, and I can also enlarge it. And so I enlarge it up to the right size. In this case, it was about 8 inches across, not quite 8 inches from the tip to the bottom, but you can see that I kind of drew in a different stem on this leaf. I'll explain that in a minute. And then it's a simple thing of using some spray adhesive on the back of the paper, sticking it to the maple blank, and then you're ready to go. Now, instead of spending 20 minutes doing what I'm going to do here, this is what I actually do to cut this out. Right, I'm using my bandsaw, and this took 17 minutes to cut this out. So it takes a long time. I'd rather do it this way than actually show you, have you sitting there watch me do this. So from a safety perspective, You can see I'm keeping my hands away from the blade, the front of the blade, and I'm also using a push stick to push off the pieces of material as I'm cutting them off of the blank. And you'll notice, that wider stem on the bottom. I did that because I've done this before and tried to keep a narrow stem, and they always break when you're trying to turn this piece, right? So, okay, so I'm using about a 1/4 inch blade, a really thin or not wide blade, and I use 10 teeth per inch. That's how, and I thought that I'd be able to actually turn the blade into the wood, but I just couldn't, right? So there's a lot of blade marks when you do it like this way, and either way, so I've done this also with a 1/4 inch blade with 4 teeth per inch, and it leaves a lot more blade marks, but it goes a lot faster. So this it only takes about 10 minutes to do the same cutout with a lot fewer teeth per inch. By the way, this thing is sped up 10 times, right? So you don't have to sit there and watch 17 minutes worth. It's only a little less than a minute and a half. So, so when you get it all done, then what do you do next, right? Well, the next thing you do is you stand up the blank for a second, and then you go to your oscillating spindle sander, and now I'm sanding off all of the marks that were made by the bandsaw blade. And again, this is sped up 10 times, right? I'm using an 80 grit sandpaper sleeve on my oscillating sander, right? Oscillating spindle sander. And you can see me kind of lifting it up every once in a while, looking at it. And now I've turned it upside down. I'm trying to get it so it's an even sand from top to bottom on the blank. So this takes about 4 minutes to do this with this one. Do it this way. And there's another option here, and that's to do it after you've finished the bowl. So now you can sand it this way, all right? Same kind of thing. You're going through sanding off all of the marks that were there when you originally cut the blank out. Interesting thing is it almost took 4 minutes to do it this way as well. And I'm trying to keep the piece, the blank or the bowl parallel, so I don't have a bevel really on the edges of the leaf, right? But that's what that is. Okay, so anyway, so let me get back to
a little bevel on the bottom side wouldn't be such a bad deal, though, would it?
No, I was thinking about that actually. It's Billy that was talking, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'm thinking actually that's not a bad idea to actually round over the edges of the leaf, just so it's not so it's not going to cut you, right? But it's not a nice feel to the actual leaf. Right. So I'm thinking that's not a bad idea. So anyway, after you do that, after you've got it all cut out, then I use a centering gauge. And you can see that I kind of put this thing where the tips of the leaves are I think they call these the apexes of the leaves, kind of about the same distance around. So I mark the center with an awl then. Then I take it over to my bandsaw and I drill a hole longer than what sticks out from my jaws, with this worm screw. And this is a G3 Nova chuck I'm using, and it sticks out about 5/8 of an inch. So I drilled it down, 5/8 inch plus. Okay. So now, let's see. So now what we have, this is that blank, right here. I've already drilled a hole in it, right? And I'm gonna mount it on a lathe. I've locked the spindle on the lathe, and these things are always hard to get going on there, right? Okay, it's got it started finally. Good thing it's a tight fit. Kind of difficult to get on. Okay, so now I've tightened it pretty tight. And as you guys were just talking about this guy with the acrylic that went flying off his lathe because he was going too fast. The problem with doing these leads is you got to do it at a high speed, and it's. I mean, this thing sounds like a fan, an airplane propeller when it's going. It's going so fast to try and get it to, because you got to turn it where there's less air. I'm actually gonna mark my tenon. I'm gonna put a tenon on this thing. I'm gonna mark it this way. All right. Bring up my tool rest. Mark. Oops. This now. So this is where my tenon is going to be. I'm going to put on my safety gear here. The other thing I do is I'm going to bring up my stock here. All right. I'm going to put this in there pretty tight. I don't want this thing flying off. That guy you were just talking about, right? Make sure we're not. And the other thing I do, like I kind of, this is an interrupted cut, right? So this is about where it's being interrupted the most, right? At this point right here. I don't know if you can, my head's in the way, I guess not. And then I'm marking the end as well. It's a little bit further out. That just tells me where the interrupted part of the cut is between these two spots right here on the tool rest. See that okay? I guess it's okay.
Yes.
All right. This is a bowl that I'm going to be cutting. I'm going to start at a fairly low speed to cut right here by the tenon, and then when I get out to the edge, I'm going to be cutting at a pretty high speed. So. Oh, let's do it right. I kind of screwed up my pen here. I'm going to use a skew scraper to get it back to where it belongs. Hang on, guys. Oh, it's way too big. Okay. Okay, I don't know how the sound is coming out. Is it okay, guys?
Sounds great.
Oh,
Sounds great.
All right,
Perfect.
so I haven't torn up too bad this yet, but now I'm going to be going out here, and I'm going to be taking light cuts at a high speed, right? But this thing goes so fast, and it's so cold in my basement. It's like I get another wind chill factor here or something. You know, it's really bad. But anyway, All right, so we'll go. All right, so let's see how I'm doing here. No chip out yet. That's good. Okay, so I'm going to go probably leave about a half an inch here on the going towards the top of the bowl. Actually, here we go again. Let me turn this down. Okay, so now I've got it kind of where I want it. What I'm gonna do now is do a shear cut of try and get this smooth out all of these divots that are in there, right?
On what size bowl gouge are you using?
I'm sorry, say again.
What size bowl gouge are you using?
This is a 3/8 inch.
3/8.
And I'm using it on purpose because I think I have better control of this 3/8. I do have a half inch that I may use later on the inside, but I'm using a really pretty small gouge on this thing on purpose. I think I have better tool control with it, and I think it's a it has a better shot at giving a smooth cut here. My tool rest is up too high. That's a lot better. I'm going to use another gouger that's got a sharper blade on it now. Almost the same size, I think.
Is that a 3/8 inch?
Yes, this is a 3/8 inch as well. Okay, well, I'm still not getting some good cuts on here. One more there. Okay, so done about as good as I'm going to get, I think.
Looks good from here.
Yeah, it's okay. It could be better, but okay. So the next thing that you do, and I'm not gonna spend a lot of time doing this, is use one of these, right, to sand. And I think Doug did this a demo just maybe a week ago or so. But I'm gonna you'll lock the. Oops. Oops, there we go, dropping into the sandpaper too. Anyway, start with 120 grit. And then you go around the whole thing, right? Now you do that with all the sandpaper that you have, all the different grits of sandpaper, right? So I start with 120, I go all the way to 400, and actually, here fall off. And actually, you can get down to 400 RPM or something, right? To do the inside here, right? Before you get to the interrupted part. So I'm not gonna. So what I've done is I've already prepared a blank like this. It's been completely sanded and everything, through all the different grits. So I'm going to take this off now, rather than have you sit here and watch me for 30 minutes or whatever. No, not 30 minutes, but it's going to take quite a while to sand all that through all the grits. And I'm going to take this off. Oh, I need to put on my. Nope. Oh, all right. I forgot to. I'm taking this off. And here's my really pretty sanded one, right? Yeah, 1 second. Let me worm screw out of the chuck. And then you put this in. Spinning at a low speed. Spinning pretty true. Oh my gosh, that's good. So reverse mount it. And now we're going to be going just the opposite direction, right? We're going to be cutting in this way to cut the inside of the bowl. This one I didn't do quite as good a job. I haven't got a whole lot of space here on the apex of the leaf, but it's the way it works sometimes, right? Yes. Okay. I haven't been watching my monitor. Can you see what I'm doing here, Dane, when I'm cutting into the ball?
Yes.
Here?
Yes, it's perfect. It's a good setup.
All right. It's the same thing, right? You got to go high speed, which is scary to me. It's a scary thing to have this thing going 2,000 RPM, and it should probably be going even faster than that. But it's just really kind of crazy. Anyway, okay. I didn't do was really check this. I'm actually looking here to see where I need to start cutting in to follow the curve on the back of this bowl. All right. Now you have to check is how deep I'm cutting to. Let me cut off the center here.
And
I need to move some of my tools here. I'm going to measure from the full rest bottom. Side here. Quite a ways to go. Okay. Do this. Bottom fader here, I'm going to use I don't know if you saw a piece fly off, but I did. I don't know which one. Where it flew off. Oh my. The stem flew off. So there's nothing else I can become a bad example, right?
All right. It's all good. It's a maple leaf that got crumply.
It got crumply, yeah.
Yep. You just paint it fall colors.
There you go. Okay. I'm going to use a scraper. Try and get the bottom straightened out. Actually, got, we'll tighten this thing up again. Check it anyway. Doesn't hurt always to double check when you're spinning something like this. Okay, so that's not. I can't use a scraper on. I can't use a scraper on the end. You know, it just doesn't work. You gotta cut it with a gouge. Getting very thin, making a lot of noise, right? Because there's a lot of vibration. So at this point, what I would do, let me put this back on. So at this point, what I would do is I would sand this the same way I sanded the back of this. It's kind of ruined because I broke off the stem. I don't know if I can glue that on or I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But anyway, maybe just cut it, maybe just round this off here. And anyway, and then sand it. So I'm not going to sand it again because it would take a long time to sand, but I will take off the tenon. Right. The chips in the wrong way. All right, so where did I put my wrench?
Oh, what you looking for?
I have one of these.
There we go.
Take off the. And probably the best way to do this would be to make a jam chuck that's more the right size for this. So I think this is going to work. I've got a nice hole in the back to get me lined up right properly.
Ron, can you put your overhead camera back on when you get free there?
Sure. Sure. Hang on. Let's go to V maybe.
There we go.
Is that a good one? Yeah. Sorry. Thanks. Thanks for.
No worries. You're just wanting to test out that button.
Yeah. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is just turn a little a foot here on the bottom. I don't know if other one's around here somewhere. I just want to really kind of put a I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, I guess you can, right?
Yep, you can see it.
Yeah. That'll work better that way. Too high. That doesn't look good. Okay, now again, I'll do this. Now again, you just sand it and take it off the chuck and knock that off with a chisel, and the bottom is done.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Well,
pop it out and hold it up for us.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You did a good job, Ron.
Huh?
You did a good job. That's a great looking leaf.
Well,
that's fantastic.
No,
I like it.
I commented.
Excellent, bud. Excellent. Thank you.
I commented on your band skills. I mean, I'm sorry. That you had a very I would say very detailed leaf that you cut on your bandsaw. That was about 2 inches thick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was almost 2 inches. Yeah, 1 7/8 inches.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you made nice detail in your piece to get started with in the first place. I'm with the bandsaw a lot. Yeah, I thought that came out nice.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I you know, the closer you can cut it, you know, to make it, this is the one that looks better, right? So.
Well, explain what you did. Explain what you did. See, most of your cuts, they were straight cuts. You didn't do a lot of turning. People said to me, that's how you make cuts on a bandsaw is with a lot of straight cuts, and you get to your point. And I saw that you were doing that.
Yeah, you cut in. Yeah, so what you do is you cut into the cut into the lobe here, I guess you'd call it, right? And then you have to cut along this edge here, and then cut it out, right? And then you'll end up with a little nub that you gotta sand off with the rotary sander, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, and then usually what I've been doing, I kind of like the natural look of these bowls, so I just usually put some kind of a clear oil or a woolen oil on them, and just, you know, some wax, and it's done, right? I don't like to make them real shiny because I don't think it looks correct, you know.
That looks like a leaf. No. It looks like a leaf at the end of fall.
Yeah.
Ron,
I'm from the Northeast here, and that's what they look like on the ground.
Have you ever burned in the leaf veins on them?
No, I was thinking about doing that. Actually, what I was thinking of doing, I've done this before on a couple of other pieces that I've made. I was actually going to burn in the state of Michigan, because we're living here in Michigan, with the lakes that are surround, you know, Lake Michigan, Lake Superior, Lake Huron, and Lake Claire that kind of run around the outside of the lake, and then. I think that'd be really kind of a neat idea to put on the. But I haven't done it yet, though. I haven't put oil on this one yet, so I can.
Yeah, it looks good. You did a great job. Great demo. Very intuitive.
Thank you. Very nicely done.
I'm not very much of a professional turner, you know. I haven't done many demos, but I look at what some of you other guys do in this organization.
Right. Isn't this cool every Wednesday night, Ron?
Yeah.
Well, wonderful demo, Ron, and you still have 10 fingers left.
I'll tell you what, this is such a cool Wednesday night. And it was a very enjoyable night for sure, Ron. Thank you.
Well,
nice.
Very cool. All right. Well,
well done, Ron.
Anybody has any questions for Ron? Go ahead and ask them. Otherwise, we will get back to gallery.
Any questions? No questions.
Hey, Ron.
Good.
Yeah, I have one. I have one.
One at a time.
Why do you bandsaw it first instead of waiting until you made the bowl and then come back and bandsaw it?
Well, that's a good question, but I don't know how I would hold it straight into the bandsaw. Sorry, I went back to. Hang on here. I don't know how I would hold this straight, either this way or I guess you could do it maybe this way.
I was thinking the other way. And just push the leaf down, you know, the edge of the leaf down flat on the table as you went through the bandsaw. But I don't know. No, you did a great job, but.
I asked Doug this same question when he did it before, and he basically told me because so you can see how thick it is all the way around, so you can get a consistent thickness, and that made a lot more sense because I was thinking the same thing you were, Bob.
Yeah, that's it. That's common sense. You need to have something to work with.
You're going to be more stable with it flat than you are with a curved surface.
Right. Exactly, Doug.
Can I interject?
I'm trying to say, because even sanding was kind of hard to sand this thing. This was when I sanded after I cut it, after I anyway, and it was kind of hard. Now I think it was Billy or somebody said, you know, maybe put a chamfer on these, and I think that's a good idea, actually, put a chamfer on these edges as well. So I may do that with one of these and see what it looks like.
I just do it with a Dremel drum.
Well, you could do, yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Somebody wanted to interject. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Chris Henley. I'm new here. Gary Hale's been trying to get me to come watch y'all.
Welcome.
Hey, Gary.
Hey, Chris.
I actually make a very similar. I don't make a leaf ball. That's actually quite cool. I make angel wings for like tree toppers and ornaments. And you bandsaw it first, and then you can turn it. And like he said, one of the benefits is you get to see down into the wood, so you can make sure you get a nice uniform thickness throughout. But another issue that I've had trying to do it the other way is you get it so thin that unless you hold it really carefully, and I mean like so close to your fingers, it's a little dangerous. You can break that wood with bandsaw. It'll just snap that thing.
Agreed. That's excellent point. Excellent point.
Good point.
Cool. Yeah, if you look at this one, I think the problem with demos is, I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but I tend to rush when I'm doing a demo.
Yeah.
To try and get it done, and you make mistakes whenever you rush, right? It's better to take, when I'm doing this, when I have my own time, it probably takes me 3 hours to do one of these, right? Instead of an hour and a half or whatever I've spent trying to do this, right? So I take
an hour.
Huh?
You did it in 1 hour.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I would at least take twice that long. And if you look at this one, it's really the same thickness all the way down. You know, I really did a much better job of trying to get the thickness right, you know, when you take a longer time doing it, right? So that's a problem with demos, I think. And maybe I should have another hour doing it, but then you guys would have been really bored. So
no, actually,
I don't put a time limit on our demos. You know, it's a huge learning favor that the demonstrator is doing for us, and I will never ever rush a demonstrator to get through the project that they're doing. Because they're showing us the skill.
Yeah, you didn't rush me at all. I rushed myself, right?
Yeah. Well, it's just
I do that too, right?
Well, we all do that.
Not only that, you didn't start till like 20 after 8. I mean, we had such a great whole night that everything went long, and I'm sure you were sitting there waiting, you know, because when I did a couple of demos, I walked around my shop about 40 times waiting for my turn to come up. Yeah, but it was a very enjoyable night, man. Thanks a lot, Ron.
Oh, you're welcome. You guys are welcome. You know, anytime. And hopefully I can figure out how to get this thing set up so that I don't know how this actually sounded, you know, whether it was really loud or you couldn't hear me, or I don't know what, you know, not using my
you'll be able to see it when the video comes out, you know, Sunday or whenever it comes out, you'll be able to see it and review your performance as you were. So I think it went really well. I think it went really well, Ron. You did a very nice job.
It sounded great. You better write down exactly how you've got everything set, because that's what you want to repeat.
Exactly. There was nothing wrong with any of your audio or video at all.
Okay, great. All right, thanks.
If you want to adjust cameras, maybe that would be about it.
Well, that's another thing. Again, I see guys who do these demos professionally, and they are people who do them. It's a wonder, really, because it's hard to do. I think hard to get the camera set up right. And I don't know. Anyway, well, I'm glad you guys appreciated it.
You had a good night.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, thanks, sir.
It was a real good night.
Joe's got a comment there that says he hasn't been brave enough to watch his own demo yet. I would suggest to you, Joe, that it's in your own best interest to do it. I watch my demos so that I can improve. Yeah. What did I screw up?
I do too.
What can I do better next time? You know,
so how you're talking. Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Yep. Yeah. So I think it's I love having the videos because you can review your own demo from the point of view from a watcher. So it's a good.
Know which scope to recycle. Yep.
Yeah.
I hear you. All right, very good. All right, so with that, notice, you know, my key theme tonight's kind of been on jokes. So anyway, Ron, once again, thank you very much, sir. And for anybody else out there, I'm always looking for demonstrators.
We like that.
Trying to
By the
bring
way,
some new
we
blood
like
in.
that patch on that smock.
Yes, we do. Yep, the other side.
It
There we
looks great.
It sure
You know,
does.
my wife she does a lot of sewing actually, and she has this machine that she said it actually puts stitches all the way around the outside, and she had the right kind of color thread and everything. And if you look at it, she really did a great job.
Yeah. Well, good. Good.
Could she
Yeah,
could
tell-
she do
tell her
mine?
we
Could she do mine, Ron?
Sure.
She
Gotta
could get
buy
her a
some, Matt.
sideline job sewing on patches because that's great.
Matt, you got to get yourself some patches, brother.
I know. I have to buy them first. I have to buy them first.
Come on
so
now.
I get that.
Yeah, right. All right, very cool. All right, so let's see. Let's see. We got 20 minutes left. I think we got a few gallery left. Let's power through them.
All right. Well, the first one up on gallery is Pat. So, hey, Pat.
Caught me napping. Well, pretty much everything I started this week went a different route.
Ah,
This started out to be a box, but it turned into a hollow form.
I like the hollow form.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice.
That's beautiful.
Nice.
The bottom is pear, and the finial is mesquite.
Well, okay. Explain why it
Oh,
started to be one and then the other.
That's just the way it happened.
wanted to be something else.
Well,
Patrick, I have a question right quick.
He
Patrick,
said that everything's going to be one thing.
going back to that one, your petals you did on the top,
Right.
did you do them? Was that done after you finished turning, or did you cut the petals in and then turn away the bottom part?
Cut in first.
No, it was actually done. That was the last thing I did.
Oh, okay.
Was it?
I turned it and left a wing all the way around it, and then took it to the oscillating spindle sander and turned it up on the edge and did it freehand.
Wow.
Sweet.
Great job.
Yeah.
You're
Nice.
getting really, really good at that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is a piece of white cedar that started out to be a bowl, and I kept turning cracks away. And when I got rid of all the cracks, which there's still a little small one right there.
Oh yeah, I can see it.
But it don't come through the top.
Oh, that's good.
But you know what? That's just gorgeous.
That's,
It's a very successful
That's
design
pretty.
opportunity.
That's pretty. Yeah.
Yeah. A
That's
bowl
pretty.
that ended up being a sandpan. Nice.
Yeah.
Yep. With this little less than an eighth of an inch thick.
I would say.
Mm.
so
Yeah,
very
it's pretty.
small. Very
Very
thin.
pretty. Very
Yeah.
pretty.
That's a beauty, Patrick.
White cedar turns well.
Wow.
And this didn't turn out either.
I wish I had your failures. Gee.
That's how it turned out to me.
Well, it started out, this went all the way around.
Uh-huh.
And it was supposed to be pierced. Well,
Oh my.
the piercing went wrong from the get-go. And the further along I went, the worse it got. I said, well, I can fix that.
There you go.
You always
Design-
fix it.
Well, it's
Design
pierced.
opportunity.
It's just got three really big piercings on the side.
That's right.
Oh my goodness. No, but that's just
that is-
beautiful. It's
it is
just
so
beautiful.
pretty.
That's
Look at
really
the lid.
nice.
No, the
Love
lid. The lid is gorgeous.
Yeah.
The finial, I'm not sure what that is.
Wood.
I thought it was Purple Heart, but it's not Purple
No.
Heart. Wood.
Hmm.
It could still be Purple Heart.
You think
Yeah, if
so?
it'd been in the sun or something.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It never showed purple like normal Purple Heart does.
I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen Purple Heart do that.
Oh.
Yeah.
It may be.
Well,
But it's gorgeous.
okay, so
usually show some purple, but
okay,
don't always.
you're looking at your piece right now. I'm looking at it. That's what, about 1 3/4 or so thick right there above your left hand. Okay, so you start off with probably what, a 3-inch piece, and then you, I guess, rounded it. And how wide is that?
Piece.
No, what you're showing, because I'm trying to figure out how you separated.
He's asking for the dimensions.
How you separated the lid from the bottom. It was.
How thick is that?
Well, yes, right now, but I'm saying I want to you explain how thick your piece was that made you. Then you started cutting into and made the lid. You know, like,
you want to know what size blanks you started with and which were different.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. So okay, and then you took that away. You had which in your right hand, so you have right now about 1 inch of what you were working with. Okay. I'm trying to figure.
Let him explain the dimensions.
I'm sorry.
Both planks started out basically the same size. This one was not quite as big in diameter, but the thickness started out about 1.5 inches. And there were 2 separate blanks. This one was about 2 inches bigger than the top. Does that explain what you're talking about?
Yes, that was all. I mean, I was trying to have you say that it was about 3 inches that you started with, and you where you got to a point where you cut in to make the separation. I mean, I usually see little boxes,
two separate blanks. Al, it was 2 separate blanks.
They were 2 separate pieces.
Oh! I thought that it was that you separated it. That was my amazing thing. That I was like, say, how'd you do that?
No, this was 1 blank and this was 1 blank.
I'm sorry. I mean, that was like, wow. And I say wow right now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. That was through my mind.
This was about the same thickness, but a smaller blank.
So what's the pedestal made from?
The pedestal is ash.
Ash, okay.
Ebonite. The speedball India ink.
Right on. Very cool.
But it didn't turn out too bad. It didn't start out so good, but
I love when you do that.
If you decide you want to throw it away, you can throw it my way, and I'll handle the disposing of it.
Yeah, you're always so helpful.
Maybe a bowl scraper.
Oh yes. Wow.
Beautiful.
I like your handle. Is that mesquite?
No, cedar.
Cedar?
Wow. It's cedar.
Wow. Pretty.
I like my handles a little bit longer than normal, so I can, like Rick said, you grab it up here and tuck it up under your elbow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leverage. Yep.
Yeah.
Because these traditional scrapers, they will feed.
Yep.
Yeah, if you introduce it wrong.
They leave an excellent finish.
Yeah.
Did you make the scraper itself, the metal?
Yes.
Cut it yourself?
Yeah. That's high-speed steel from, guess where? Amazon.
Probably from Excel.
That's all I've done this week.
Well, that's quite a bit.
Nice, yeah. Good job, Patrick.
You've been busy.
Yeah.
You got more done than I did.
Good job, Pat.
Nice saves there.
Thank you.
Nice job.
No. Very
Yeah, that's
nice,
some
Pat.
hellacious recovery project.
Yeah.
I'm getting used to that. Seems like everything I start screws up midway.
And everyone turned out.
Look
Yeah,
at it as
you-
training.
Crazy,
Look
just
at it as
beautiful.
training your flexibility.
That's
Yep.
what.
Yeah, here we go.
That's
Yeah,
it.
Flexibility training. We'll go
Yeah.
with that. Yeah.
No.
I repainted my UFO bow 4 times and I got to do it again.
Just think outside the box. It'll come to you.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Patrick. Let's go to the next person
Oh,
here.
man, Pat. have
Chaim,
a good
it's
night,
you.
man. Have a good night.
What you got, Chaim?
That one.
Nice.
Lighthouse.
Very nice.
Yeah.
But
Very
we have a
good.
light. You get a light in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
It's a light in there.
I can see it.
Yeah, and the bottom is the battery and the wires go all the way up.
Cool.
Very cool.
Wow.
That's only what I have. And the finish
Very nice.
locker.
How did you print the top of it? You do use markers?
Only one piece.
All in one piece.
The lines
It's
on the
one
top.
piece.
though.
The wires goes from the bottom all the way to the top.
Nice.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
And
Did you wood burn the shingles or is that just drawn?
this is the bark, original bark. I don't
No,
know.
the shingles on the
On the
roof.
The
roof.
shingles, I guess, are barren. Yes, it's
Wood
Yep.
burned.
I did
Okay.
barren. Yes,
Beautiful.
I did. Yeah.
Nice, very, very nice detail. A lot of detail. I love it. Oh, I love it for sure.
Very cool.
Very pretty.
Yeah.
Very pretty.
Wow.
Nicely
Nice
done.
job, Chaim.
I like it.
I
Thanks,
think so.
Chaim.
Looks
Yeah.
cool.
That's it. What I have.
Alrighty.
All right.
No,
Thanks,
can
sir.
I ask a question? Can I ask a question? So,
Yeah.
where is the light at? I mean, I'm sure you bored
I
the
drill
bottom
in
out.
half inch from this point all the way up, half inch, and I have a dowel, the 3/8 dowel, glued to the battery to get the wire up,
Uh-huh.
and that's what I got. The
Perfect.
light in when you switch, and this battery you can switch. You can when it's done, you can take another one and put it back in.
Oh, okay.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
you can.
Very cool.
The knob can open up the lid of the battery.
Cool.
Sure.
So, okay, shut the light off and bring the detail. Yeah, shut
Hold
the
on.
light off.
Let me see, because I need to see what I'm doing.
Okay, shut the light off and bring your
He's
piece
working on it, Al.
Say, I'm sorry.
He's working on it. Well, you don't have to keep.
Okay,
repeating
that's it.
to him.
Yeah, I
all
needed
wanted,
to.
all,
Yeah, it's
all I
off.
wanted to ask was I wanted to see that. That's what I wanted to see. That's that. I
Yeah,
wanted to
no.
see his detail up there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Very cool.
it
Nice.
really is. So
Good job.
can I ask a quick question? Where you have your lights coming out, that oval shape or dome shape, whatever you want to call it, is that plastic pieces that you inserted and then glued? Yeah.
This is from VA resin. And the blue
Right.
light. Yeah. And I glue him after that. I glue him inside with
Wow.
the epoxy.
Wow. Okay, cool.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Just make little resin castings for
Yeah.
the windows. That's neat.
Yeah, and I put the one drop yellow so it can have like yellow light.
Yeah. Cool. Wow.
Very, very cool. Nicely done, Chaim.
Yep.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Next up is Sandy. Hey,
Oh.
Sandy.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Sandy.
What have
Hi,
I got?
Sandy.
Okay, now you'll probably remember this bowl. I showed it about, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Collection.
Yes, yes.
I
yes.
showed it a week ago, 2 weeks ago, or something like that. I was working with mate. This one was Peruvian walnut. This one was acacia. And so I did this one with walnut in the middle and then with the maple out here, which changed colors because it's Peruvian, darkened the other one. So then I thought I'd make the opposite and I did the maple. And then this is actually acacia that I got.
Oh.
Now I've been working on this bowl. It has finish number 6 on it because it's so oily. And so I get it and I think I said, oh, this is good. Okay. And I let it dry for a couple
Get a
of
little
days.
puddle.
And then you get, yes. And so I tell you, I think I was going to switch from wine and maybe go to bourbon. So I would let it sit there for a couple of days. I lightly sand it down. I come back with the acetone and I'm cleaning it off and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I got lots of good advice, which I appreciate from a lot of different people. But I really have my fingers crossed that number 6 is it.
Right. Yeah, it looks good so far.
I think I'm done. I think I'm done. And I said, okay, if I find a spot I missed, I'm not going to know I missed it because I'm not going to talk about it. I'm just going to leave it.
You're the only one that knows. You're the only one that knows.
Looks good, Sandy.
You're the only one that knows
That
it.
is
That is
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Well, beautiful. It was a long journey, but I think I'm there, and now I can move on and make something else. So
I think
I'm going to I'm building a box for my chucks. So I figure even if I mess that up, it doesn't matter. My chucks will never complain.
That's right.
So I can keep them in my locker here without getting lost.
Very cool.
Great.
That's what I've done. But I love this acacia wood, but boy, I tell you, I don't think I'll use it again.
Why?
No, it's
Wow,
interesting.
I'm telling you, it's like drilling oil.
Some of the pieces I've finished have 14 or 15 coats on them. So
Okay, I'll stop belly aching. Because
yeah, you could get crazier.
You gotta let it dry for like 2 or 3 days, to make sure it leaks out.
Put it in the sun visor of your car, like
what?
Dane does.
Do what? Put my sun visor up?
No. Put it on your
dash.
Dane, dash on the dashboard.
Oh, okay.
Keep the door closed.
Okay. My car's usually in the carport here. I don't have a garage where I am here. At home I have a garage, but
he lives in
I got a garage too, but no cars in it.
Oh, I can pull in and pull it down so it's sticking out from under the cart and put it there. I think it would probably crack into 1,000 pieces. It's been so hot, huh, Dane?
No, it wouldn't. That's what I do. That's literally how I cure my pieces. I put my finish on and I go set them inside my truck.
That's why I said that. That's why I said that.
Yeah, that is not a joke when I say that. I get 3, especially now, now we're in the 90s. I'll get 3 coats a day.
Yeah. By the way, guys, I heard y'all are having a cold front out there in Arizona.
Gosh,
Yeah,
we
it's
hit
going to be 105 on
100.3 or 4 in my house. I said, you guys are kidding me. It was really, really hot today. And it's going to be for the next 4 or 5 days, I think, right, Dane?
We had an inch and a half of snow yesterday in Alabama.
All right, guys. All right. Enough with the weather.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. That's all I got.
Let's go to Dennis next. Hey, Dennis.
Hi, everybody. I got some questions. A friend of mine brought some wood up from Florida, and we don't know what it is. But anyway, this is in the raw.
Okay.
Okay. It looks like walnut or mahogany, but I don't know.
It does look like walnut. It looks like walnut to me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking walnut.
Does it smell like walnut?
No, it doesn't have really a smell to it at all.
Hmm.
It was really aged. But
really pretty.
It turned out really. This one's got some cool pink and.
That one, I don't know. I was going to say maybe Brazilian pepper, because that is an invasive tree here in Florida.
What about that rosewood down there? It's invasive.
Yeah,
it looks like that too.
The dark one looks like Florida.
Yeah, the darker ones. Yes, those darker ones look like the Florida rosewood.
Yeah.
These are small pieces of it, because
Now that one could be rosewood, but
it's all out of the same piece.
What about the real dark one you showed us?
That's out of the same piece. It was 4 pieces I turned today.
Well, then it could be rosewood.
Yeah,
that one does not look like walnut. Yeah, it doesn't look like walnut. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, anyway, and then, my buddy, he picked this up off the road and we think it's sweet gum, but I don't know, there's kind of hard to tell.
Oh, wow.
The
There's the
spalting
bark.
in it's amazing.
Picked it up off the side of the road. Jeez.
I got like 4 chunks of this.
Wow.
Wow.
But it's
Raleigh.
awful. It's real soft, and this was a limb, I took the crotch off of it. It's white. It's soft. So I don't know. We were trying to figure it out.
Wow.
Mm.
It's white.
Could be crabapple.
Well, anyway.
Crabapple isn't
right.
soft though, is it? Crabapple's hard.
So I've been
Generally.
turning, and this was a piece I turned for a top on something else, and I dropped it and it broke. So I had to turn it down, and I made a little box for it, little top box,
Nice.
Yeah.
Right.
Save that. And then this has been the tightest little box I've made. It's
Cool.
There you go.
Cool.
Nice fit.
that worked out pretty well. And then I don't know if I showed this or not. Did I? So
No.
yarn.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty.
that's pretty.
Love it.
Jerry?
Very nice.
I
Very
can't
nice.
let my wife watch the rerun.
Knitting.
She may want one of those.
And then,
I'm actually making one, and I've been curious. How do you get the curl in it? How do you get the yarn hole?
I go ahead and just put a piece of painter's tape on it, and then just draw it, and then cut it with a coping saw.
I was afraid that's what it's going to take.
Mute the dog. One
So-
of the co-hosts.
Can't hear over the dog.
Dog's wanting his debut.
But anyway,
So there's a couple ways to do that curve, the slot. I've tried a bunch of different ways. I have a friend of mine who has who's got a jig he built that he uses on the lathe with a router.
Mhm.
For my own, the things I've tried, I built one like it lets me do it on the bandsaw, but it's a little spooky. The best way I've found to do it is I use a Dremel with a small straight router bit on the Dremel, and I use the Dremel router attachment, and that's been the most efficient for me. And I've had full on carving tools and so on. I've tried a bunch of different things, and that has worked the best for me.
I like the Dremel. I've also used a Rotozip, and it does a great job too.
What bit do you use?
The Rotozip, just the straight one.
I have
Okay,
trouble controlling my Rotozip.
Is it like a cylinder bit?
Yes.
Is it high?
Yes.
Okay.
Very high speed. Yeah. Yeah, it's turning at router speed plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got one, but I've been leery to do it because I don't want to mess it up. But
Yeah, just take light cuts until you get the groove so it stays in it.
I'm kind of like Matt. I draw it out. I put tape on there and draw it out, but I'll drill the hole at the terminal end first.
Yes.
Then use the Rotozip to do the rest of it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I've done it too. And I started the other way, but drilling the hole and starting and going inside out, that works best.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I got a couple. This is a big maple bowl. Person wanted me to turn for him.
Nice.
Wow.
Very
nice.
Beautiful.
And then I got another big cherry bowl that another person wanted me to go ahead and turn for him.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Very cool.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Great salad bowls.
Somebody been busy.
Oh yeah, I've been busy. So but anyway, thanks for the tips. Thanks for the information. Great job.
You sporting a great looking hat.
Yes, you got a great hat.
Yep. I got on my I got them on my smocks too. So
outstanding.
Thank
Great
you.
work. Thanks very much, Dennis.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're really, your stuff is really pretty.
Sue's
got something to show.
Yep, I did this pen a while ago, but I never showed anybody. I made this pen for me.
Wow.
Nice.
I love it.
pretty.
Very nice.
Color on that thing.
And there were scrap pieces that my sister had picked out for some stuff she wanted. And whatever pieces were left, I made this pen. And I like the shape because with the thin waist, it reminds me of more of a female pen.
I just started to say that has a very feminine look to it.
Exactly that, and I can still grip it because I don't like skinny pens. So, anyways, I thought that did good, and the shine on that has lasted a year.
Wow.
Sue,
Tell
do you
sis
remember-
we said hey.
Tell who?
Tell sis we said hello.
Oh, I will. She's leaving.
Oh no!
No, next she wants to go home to get a few things done, and I'll probably fly up there maybe in June when the weather gets
There you go.
Decent.
Yeah.
Very nice pen, Sue. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Very good.
Do you remember
All right,
the
so,
name
so
of that
Tom is back in. He left, but he's back in, and he was on the list. So Tom, what you got?
Yeah, I had an internet catastrophe there. This is a bowl that I made out of a oak burr. What growing up we called them burrs. These things that grow on the side of an oak tree.
Yeah.
Big lumps. That's what that was made out of. And they're kind of burl looking wood. Then I made a hedge apple. Whoops. Finished up a hedge apple bowl.
That's pretty.
Wow.
Wow. The outside's phenomenal.
And last week I finished up a whole rack of pen.
Oh my gosh.
These are
Look at that.
These are all deer antler except this one. And that's a camo thing, but I use deer antler on the rest of them.
Those
Very
stink,
cool.
don't they?
Look great.
Did you stabilize your deer antler before you turned it or after, or
No.
just turned them?
Yeah, just turned them. And I've got some of it you can't use because the marrow is too big.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but oddly enough, one of these pens, this one is smoked. It was an antler that we picked up off the ground after they burned the CRP field.
Mm.
And that smoke went right into that bone.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
fascinating.
Wow.
And colored it. That's interesting.
Yeah. Well, then I made a bluebird house.
All right.
I love the bluebirds.
I've only made about 200 of those darn things. We got 33 of them here in our neighborhood.
Wow.
Nice.
There's
Very cool.
one on every pole in the whole neighborhood.
Outstanding.
Thanks, Tom. It's a great body of work there.
A little tip for those who turn antler. If you find, I have walked through the woods and found sheds that have been laying there a while and they look kind of weathered and aged.
Yeah.
You cut them up in sections and drop them in a bucket of mineral oil. Let them sit in there about 3 months. Take them out and let them dry. It's almost like new antler.
Hmm.
Huh.
Oh wow.
Mineral oil.
Okay.
Because they
Good to
sit
know.
there
Good
and
to know.
they sit out there in the environment and basically dehydrate. And when you put them in that oil, it rehydrates them. And then once you put a finish on them, they're good to go.
Cool. Good to know.
Do they still
Thanks.
stink when you turn them?
Hey, nothing's gonna fix that.
That smells like burning hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
It's gonna
Joe's
smell
got-
the same as your fingernails
Joe's
do
got
when
something.
you hit them with a
Joe's
sandwich.
got something to show us too. Hey, Joe.
Hey, everybody. I did not make this. Somebody else made it, and you might know who it is, but I wanted to show this is a poker.
Yeah, I might.
And you can see the detail that he put around the top of it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also a band around here. He said he made one for himself, and then he made mine, and he made it better. He's also got a texture around here. but Patrick is the one that made this for me.
Yeah.
I got it from him about 2 weeks ago, and it took me about 2 weeks, but I got my poker chips in, and now I'm going to start playing the kids for money.
There you go. and Patrick gets 10% of your earnings.
Yes, that's how I got to pay for it. 10% of the earnings for the next 20 years will pay this off.
That's a good-looking chip holder.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Sure is.
It's walnut, and it's got beautiful grain on it, and even in a spot, it's got a little bit of the sapwood just barely showing through. But yes, it's a beautiful piece of wood. It's really got nice grain to it when you look at it in person.
That's wonderful.
So thank you
Patrick
again,
guy
Patrick.
is something else.
Very nice.
Patrick guy is something else.
Thanks for showing us, Joe. That's nice.
Yeah.
I love Wednesday nights, man. I'll tell you, I love Wednesday nights. Oh my God, what a night!
Yep. So I'm on the big screen now, so that must mean we're at the top of the hour.
Uh-oh.
Yep,
Next
and we went through it, and we got everybody on the list too for gallery. So
outstanding. That's great.
Hey,
the chat.
So next,
Dane, before we jump off, Chris is Chris that got on just a little bit ago and said something that I had invited him. I want to welcome him here, and he's vice president of the Alabama Wood Turners, an additional wood club in state of Alabama. But I finally got him to show up. I've been inviting him for a couple of months, and he got here, and he's probably going to be a regular member if I had to guess. Are you still on, Chris?
I am. I had to put a reminder in my phone in order to.
There you go. You also have to turn your camera on, brother.
Y'all don't want to see my ugly mug.
Yeah, actually, we do want to see. We want to see what you look like. If you're an atypical wood turner, or if you're a prima donna.
Nope, he's a wood turner. He did the demo down there in Birmingham this past week. I went and watched him.
Oh, but he's going to turn the camera on and put his thumb
How do
over
I
it.
turn this?
All right.
How do I get the other? There it is. There you go.
There we go.
Welcome, Chris.
Whoop. Yeah.
Welcome.
Somebody played you out, Chris. Talk.
Hope you enjoyed the evening. We hope you keep
it
coming
was great.
along, and glad to have you.
I told you it was a cool group of folks with some neat turnings.
And since it's 10 o'clock, we're not going to go out and spin anything.
Actually, I am.
Cheers, everybody.
So now it's,
I am.
Yeah. So again, so it's 7 o'clock. So that's the top of the hour. So with that, we will call this the demarcation point of the main meeting. I want to, for all those that are still here, the 50 of us that are still here, we had 97 on the night at the highlight, which is another great turnout. We had a great demonstration put on by Ron Pullman. Anybody wants to demonstrate for us, all you got to do is reach out, let me know. I'll throw you on the schedule. We're always looking for new blood, new ideas, get to see a different shop, see a different lathe, get to see how you turn a project. So with that, we'll call this the end, and we will keep things open for what I call the after hours. And so those that want to booger off without saying goodnight, that's fine. Good night, everybody. We'll see you next week, same place, same time.
Save the chat.
Doug Miller, he's the save the chat guy. Say it again, Doug.
Save the chat. Yes, save the chat. And I sent you a message a while ago.
And the reason why you want to save the chat is why?
Because all the good stuff that's in the chat.
That's right. So all the links are there that people have put in various nights on various tips and tricks or just to buy stuff.
How do you do it on an Android phone? Is there a way to do it?
You can't do it on a phone. Unless they've updated the technology, you can't do it on a phone.
Okay.
Turn the camera on, Al.
Somebody let me know.
For years.
Yeah. So with that, with the after hours, all I ask is you unmute yourself, you turn your camera on and participate. Otherwise, I will have you go bye-bye from the group. That way we just got folks that want to be here and hang out because we we don't want people just hanging out in the background working and, doing God knows what. So.
Yeah. Dane, I did send you a private chat.
Oh.
On your cell phone.
Oh.
You don't have to respond right now.
Look at it, please.
Did you see the reply, Doug?
Yes, ma'am. I did. Thank you.
Yep.
I was wondering if that was what that was. So I'd forgotten exactly what that kit looked like. It's good to know. I like that kit.
I like that kit too. And it's
Yeah.
great.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Got it.
Good night, everybody.
I'll send you something tomorrow.
Yeah. No problem. No problem.
Appreciate
You
it.
be good,
Thank you,
man.
buddy.
You be good. You be
Good night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
There you go.
Night, guys.
I'm not going.
Good night, Sue.
Catch you next.
Good night,
See
Sue.
y'all later.
Good night, Sue.
Thanks. I'll get your patches out tomorrow, Sue.
All right. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Aaron, turn your camera on.